Welcome back everyone, it's FNHusa57 here. We are back on Dark Souls 3 with part 9 of the walkthrough. So this is going to be a walkthrough and a little bit of me exploring the area at the same time. This is an optional area for you to go into, and this will be in with the fire demon fight actually. So from the dilapidated bridge, it's pretty easy to get to, and you have to deal with these rats, which can be annoying if they get multiple hits on you, especially that guy right there, since I am squishy. So I was trying to avoid having to use Estus at this point, but I had to, I got hit, so oh well. Not the best in close melee combat with these things, but not a super big deal. There isn't too many enemies to go through. You have a couple ways to go. You can either A, go through the catacombs and deal with a bunch of skeletons, or you can B, go this way that I'm going. Personally, I think this way is a little bit easier. You have a couple dogs to deal with, and you have the pots to deal with. That's what we're just going to call those guys. Go ahead and pull this worker. He's easy enough to deal with, and I'm just taking my time because I want to keep as much Estus as I can for the boss fight. Now it is a good idea before you fight the pot guys to go ahead and use Estus, simply because these guys hurt. These guys hurt quite a bit, and if you're unlucky enough to get both of them attacking you at the same time, then yeah, it can be extremely painful. So kind of easy in a way as a sorcerer, because you have the ability to deal with them at range, except when casting and you take a pot to the face. That's the annoying part. Go ahead and we'll deal with this guy. Make sure that you don't get hit by him off the edge at least. I'm kind of using a bit of a dex build, making a battle mage actually, so don't have super high armor yet or super high health, but decent magic. I used up a little bit more Estus than what I would have liked to there, unfortunately. It's going to leave me with 3 Estus for the fight. That won't be too terribly bad, so go ahead and top off now. And of course, I did use an Ember. So you can't summon any phantoms for this area, which is a little bit annoying. But it is what it is. Now we are actually going to go up. So you want to get on the lift, and you're looking for this little platform right there. And yeah. Alright, so never mind that. Had to make an edit because he actually did kill me. But anyways, you go up, you talk to the giant, get him to stop shooting great arrows. Talk to the Katarina Knight, go back to a bonfire, and then he'll be in this spot and you talk to him again. So we have Mr. Demon, and he's going to be annoying. He always is. Especially for me, because I am squishy. But you kind of can get his attention, and then the knight will come and help you out, and he can actually do most of the damage. As you can see, he's like, no, you should have waited.
I, Siegward of the Knights of Katarina, fight by your side.
And just kind of let him do a lot of the damage. You can actually let him take quite a bit of damage and pull a lot of the aggro, which is nice for us squishier characters, making this fight nowhere near as difficult as it could be. He does have that attack, which is very, very annoying, but he dies really easy. Fire gem. Awesome. My souls from where he killed me before. Also awesome. Take another Estus.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over. We unkindled must put. But for the moment.
And then you get that little item.
My sword. Long.
And you also get the gesture. So,
You.
there you go. That part's easy. Now we'll be doing a touch of exploring, getting the majority of the items that are in this area. And that fight isn't too bad since you have the knight's help with you. If you didn't have his help, it would be really annoying. First item is over here. It's merely a large club. Personal preference on whether you even want to bother getting it. But it's not, collectors, basically. Collector's value is what it's for. Come up here, slice down a body, and then you can get that item, which is the Northern set. It's a whole armor set. Not too terribly bad, not the most useful thing in the game, but, whatever, I'll take it. There is an item over here that is pretty good. I just have to work my way around to actually getting it. But we're going to take a look at the entire area, make sure none of these guys are actual enemies. And there's another item right over here, which is the red bug pellet. Oh my god, I cannot English today. Lots of creepy cage monster things. So annoying. These are the ones that you gotta watch out for, because some of them will be alive, some of them will not. So the ones that are alive, you don't want to walk up to them, of course, but you can target them, and it's really easy to tell which ones are alive, because you can target the ones that are. Super simple. Get my Estus back, some souls, some alluring skulls. The alluring skulls are useful for like one thing and one thing only, but that's it. And then you can see the area that we were fighting the demon from, which technically, if you were really worried about the demon fight, you could run up in here and try and hit him with arrows or things like that. And you have all these puppies. Well, one puppy, one caged monster thing that you can target. So get rid of him. Just be careful of them. They can do quite a considerable chunk of damage to you. Another puppy. Now, I don't remember from my other playthrough if this was a mimic or not, so we are going to take the precaution of hitting it first. And it's not a mimic. Good way to always double check if you're dealing with a mimic or not is to hit it. But you have all of these guys to deal with. And I got stuck on a chair. Yay, go me. These guys aren't too terribly bad, but like I said, they do hurt. So keep that in mind. And they just drop down on top of you when you try and get that chest. Now you get to loot the human pine resin. So basically applying dark magic. Not entirely sure if that is worth having to deal with all those enemies, but it is an extra item, and I don't know about you, but I like items. So now you have probably the most annoying part, because I am very low on magic. You have both of these little witch bastards to deal with, and one of them is bad enough by itself, but dealing with both of them at the same time is just not fun. If you get lucky, which I did, you'll be able to engage one of them at a time. I will not have enough magic, I don't believe, to fully kill her. Oh, I did. Awesome. I'm out of magic, which is not awesome. And Titanite Shard. Also awesome, because you need those. A fair number of them for leveling up weapons. Come out here and enjoy the view. No, just kidding. Still on the hunt for items. And you know this game, they love to hide items for you. We're actually looking for a very specific item, which is the only reason why, to be honest, I even came over here. Because fighting that fire demon is completely optional. But you have Flynn's ring right there, which is actually a pretty decent ring. It's lowering your equipment load, increases your attack. So, interesting, but, you know, just personal preference. It is a little bit heavier ring. It almost weighs 1 pound by itself, so do keep that in mind. It's not the lightest ring in the world, but that was the main reason why I was actually coming over to this area. Personal preference as far as where you go from there. You can get down on this tower if you want to, or you could use the homeward bone that you picked up to just teleport back. There's also 2 homeward bones right there, so if you already used the one, you can pick up those 2, and then you can get out from there. Now, depending on the amount of health that you have and certain rings that you have or spells to reduce fall damage, you can try for this. This area, in my opinion, is really annoying. So if I get killed, yeah. But what happens a lot of times is you miss that jump. And if you miss that jump, you take so much damage that it'll kill you unless you have like the silver cat ring, which I don't have yet. You come in here and you get another armor set. I typically just bust all the containers because there's what we wanted, the Chloranthy ring. So that's a ring that pretty much everybody that I know always wants, and in my opinion is just one of my favorite rings because of the fact that it's a light ring and it boosts recovery speed. So your recovery is much quicker, and it's kind of helpful because every single thing you do in this game uses stamina. So attacking, casting, hell, even me buffing my sword with magic weapon or great magic weapon or something like that uses stamina. So having that ring or the grass crest shield or both, because they do stack, is very helpful, especially dependent upon your build. And where it drops us down is literally right here. So technically from here you can go one of 2 ways. You can either go that way, which is back towards the sewer, but we have to deal with that hag, and that's not too cool. Or if you hadn't done the boss fight yet, you can come over here and do the Curse Rotted Wood, Great Wood boss fight. So either way, a couple ways for you to go. If you've done the boss fight and everything like me, then you can either go through these hags back to the dilapidated bridge, or just go on to part 10, which will be fighting the Frost Knight and going out of this area. So I'm actually going to use the homeward bone that I got and go back to the bonfire and get my Estus back and things like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, make sure you leave a comment. Otherwise, smash the like button, share the video, and remember to subscribe for more content. I will see you all in part 10. Thanks for watching.